spirituality. It is common for people to believe that they don't need a spirituality when things are going their way. When the weather is temperate, when there is a breeze, when things seem to be going our way, when we have provision, when we aren't feeling any sort of pain in our bodies, people tend to think, it's okay, I've got this, everything is good. One of the unfortunate things I think about being human is sometimes it takes adversity to bring us to a place where we understand that we have a need for God. And we typically are not excited about encountering adversity. Adversity is not something that we want. We do not want to suffer. We do not want difficulty. We do not want to end up facing things that we need to overcome. But one of the things that you'll find, whether it is in storytelling, whether it is in movies, whether it is in literature, or whether it is in what we learn from the people around us and their experience, is the only stories that are worth telling are the stories that have adversity in them. The stories where there is a difficulty, the stories where you start with something and everything is okay, but then something happens that wrecks human history, something that happens that knocks the primary character off of where they were and brings the primary character to a place where they have to do something different. And any story that is worth understanding, worth considering, and worth telling has something insurmountable that has to be overcome. And I want to suggest that the reason that these stories touch us, the reason that these stories encounter us, the reason these stories talk to us is truthfully because these are the sorts of things that everybody has to deal with. These are the sorts of things that we need to be a people who look at this and go, the only way I'm going to grow, the only way I'm going to mature, the only way I'm going to develop is through facing difficulty. God knows this. God understands this. And God has done a work in us where He has allowed us to face adversity. And it is not because God doesn't love us, but instead it is because God knows that this transforms, this changes, and this makes a people who grow up, who mature, and who can be a blessing for others. So when there are seasons of difficulty, don't believe they're always going to be there, because they won't be. But understand that the seasons of difficulty that are there are opportunities for us to be a people who are transformed and changed, because God is amazing, because God loves, and because God knows who you can end up being. Shalom.